give some to professor also to give some advice to us to how to come out from this problem. Basically, what I have seen is first of all is the standard. What the standard we are going to get to match the color. If you take sometimes you get the printed specimen to ask to match that color to print on the box board or the art paper or the bag paper, whatever it is. Sometimes standards is going to be actually sometimes we have received some textile pieces to match that color to print on the box board, or sometimes craft liner. So that's the thing now. Sometimes the designers do their own creative things and ask us to match those things to the board. So sometimes that even a Pantone color, if you want to specify the Pantone color, sometimes they check that Pantone color very much older book and reject that color, saying that it's not what I have asked. But as you know, Pantone always asking to update your books every year, because that Pantone guide also is going to change the color on the guide itself. And sometimes they give sometimes digital prints to us to match colors. It's very difficult. Digital prints you can get some fancy colors, digital print. But once you go for even a spot color, sometimes you might not be able to match that particular color. Then comes to the LA that most of the corporate now that multinational companies, Tesco, Mark and Spencer, they do send the LA values. But there are also differences. Now sometimes that as Professor mentioned, that job card like thing they give wet LAB, dry LAB, after varnishing LAB as well. But sometimes also we can match on our lab with our dry print to certainly less than delta E2. But once it goes to the press, it's very difficult to maintain, because once you print one LAB value, once it's dry, another LAB value, once you laminate or matte varnish or something else, different LAB value. So those are the standard side, the problems what we have. The other thing is substrate. Sometimes most of the spot colors they design on the computer and expect us to match that same color on various substrates. Sometimes that corporate logo color they want us to match craft paper, envelope, visiting card, then brochure, all substrate you want to have same color. Okay, that's their requirement, but it's very difficult. So there's the substrate part, and that substrate, quality of the substrate, absorption levels, surface variation, all sort of things can affect on the color. Then comes to the actual printing process. There are so many other limitations, because when you print the color, wet color is going to change when it's absorbed and dry, and again it's going to change post-printing application. Sometimes UV varnishing, laminating, matte varnishing, it's going to change that color. So you have to have a very good idea about what's the ultimate outcome what we are going to have. Then finally, sometimes we do receive some Pantone colors to match with some special properties, like light fastness, sometimes for the soap wrapper, sometimes for some special pack for a kind of oil or something like that. So we have to use some specific materials to match that color. So we are having some limitation, because as you know, all the pigment is not going to withstand with this property. So we have limitation. So we might not be able to get that exact color with that property. For example, if you want light fast magenta or light fast yellow, or the light fast some special color, we have some limitation. We can use only specific material pigments to match with that property. So we might not get that same color what you require with that special property. So mind you, that kind of problems we face sometimes, most of the time when we get the color matching. And the other thing